And at the end, you went over to see him. What did you say to him?
Just said, well done. And he said, I don't want to show any sportsmanship or respect. I said, no problem.
Is that what he said to you?
Yeah.
Are you surprised by that?
Very surprised. Sore loser, an idiot.
Because you're all about respect, and he showed guts, but not respect. That's bizarre.
Do you know what? To be a top fighting man, you got to show guts and respect. And he couldn't do it tonight. And that was it.
Dig deep and find it. And Fury found it. Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 10. King in 2015. Deontay Wilder is going to go back to his dressing room. Oh, he would like to get interviews, but I understand. He was concussed. He was knocked flat. I get it. But Fury now wins this fight. You can make a case.
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. So, as you man saw at the start of this video, the exclusive leaked video of Deontay Wilder exiting the premises prematurely. Now, in my live stream, I did discuss this to some degree, but I thought it needs a full video, because just in case, in fact, we know anyway, we know Deontay Wilder is locked in to the YB's channel. And on that basis, given that the YB is the #1 boxing, the most undisputed boxing commentator right now, don't no one do it quite like the YB. And on that basis, he needs to hear from a real head. No doubt. Because what we do know is, people are going to shill and defend Wilder and whatnot. But he needs to hear this from someone who's been one of his biggest detractors. Yeah? Wilder. Let me tell you right now. The fact you ran off at the end, and people were saying things like, oh, but he had to go hospital because he's super duper sick. Yeah, I'm under no illusions he's injured and he may need to go hospital. But you saw it there in the leaked video. He put his hands in the air. Yeah? Gerald McLennan, when he was walked off, he weren't putting his hands in the air. My point is, Wilder put his hands in the air, kind of saying, I'm still a champ and whatnot. Which is fair enough and good to see. Which shows he ain't that sick. And then also, Tyson Fury himself has even said, never mind him not doing the post-fight press conference or the post-fight ring interview. Fury, on a one-to-one thing, without the cameras, went up to Wilder and said to him, what's going on? And Fury said, Wilder said that he don't respect him, he doesn't want to talk to him. That's a big no-no. Wilder's letting himself down there after showing so much courage, so much heart. Yeah? For putting all of his peers to shame. Him and Fury tonight, but I guess you could argue more so Wilder on this occasion. Yeah, Wilder wasn't good enough tonight to push Fury to that dark place. However, what we do know is Wilder got taken to a dark place. He had no answers, he had no cardio, he had no IQ. Don't forget, Wilder's always had a low boxing IQ at the best of times. Never mind with no gas and overweight as such. But still, he battled on. He slung the right hand. He just, you know what I mean? He was using his hips, swinging left and right. In one of the last rounds, Wilder went hell for leather. Now, having said all that, having given Wilder his flowers, don't throw it away. And you're doing that right now. And from what I'm hearing, I've got another video coming soon, but I'm hearing Wilder right now, he cooking up some sort of excuse. That's why he didn't want to do post-fight. That's why he actually doing this super fruity thing. Yeah? You should have stayed in the ring after the fight and said, listen, I gave it my all tonight. I hope the fans appreciate that. End of the day, tonight, he won. Even if you don't want to say that he's the better man as such, say he won tonight. I respect that as a warrior. I put him down. It was a great back and forth fight. I thought I had him. And ultimately, I got. Yeah? Fury got me got. That's what you got to do. Everyone, your detractors included, can respect that and work with that. Don't throw this away now. On a serious note. You man know me. I didn't want to see this fight. No one wanted to buy tickets for this fight. But, I'm telling you now. If Wilder handles this the right way, everyone is going to be queuing up to watch his future fights or to watch the fourth fight kind of thing. Because people want to see that kind of viciousness, that kind of passion, that refusing to loseness. Wilder had bags of it. And the fact he came out from the jump after having his wig pushed back in the second fight, he came out on it. He won that first round clearly. I think maybe even won the first 2 rounds. But I remember the first round for sure, he dominated that round. Yes, I think Fury on hindsight was downloading information, but nonetheless, Wilder, he didn't download nothing. He came and got straight on it. Yeah, he hopped straight on Fury and tried to ride him some. And ultimately, he ended falling off, and Fury ended up riding him all the way into the end of the 11th round. But like I keep saying, I keep giving Wilder all this credit, but I don't want to see him throw it away. I don't want to see him, all that good hard work he's put in, to then leave the ring and leave the stadium and not want to engage with Fury. It'll be a big shame. Be a big loss. I can't lie to you, I've seen people like AJ and Usyk hugging and kissing. That was grotesque to me. I don't want to watch that rubbish. But after seeing a war like that, after being fully, I was shocked. That was a throwback fight for sure. Now people have been saying, or I think Frank Warren said it's the best fight ever. I don't know about that, but yeah, that's certainly a throwback. I mean, put it this way, in the last 20 years, in fact, you know what, maybe not all time, but in the last 20 years, yeah, what heavyweight fights would you say had more oomph in it? Certainly not the last 10 years. What, David A versus Klitschko? Having a laugh. Or even when you think about AJ and Klitschko, nowhere near the commitment of these two men. So for Wilder to kind of to ruin it on that note, be a massive shame. So anyone in Wilder's team, sit him down and say to him, listen, another thing I want Wilder to take into account is that he talks about godliness. He says that, oh, God this, God that. Well, where's your godliness? Yes, you allege Fury cheated in the second fight. He didn't cheat this fight. Yeah? You had a fair, open playing field. And you got beat. But you lost the best way you could lose. And to be honest with you, you know me. I'm the first one to jump on Wilder. But how you lost tonight, really, you're both winners. It makes me laugh. After the Usyk and AJ fight, yeah, Mike Tyson came out and said, oh, both men are winners. No, yeah? Both men aren't winners after that fight. That was boring and crap. Tonight, Fury and Wilder, both men are winners. You can't knock that. There's nowhere. After that fight finished, what can anyone say? He had nothing left, but yet he got up. He got up. And then even then, when he was more or less half out cold, he's still trying to get up. And I don't think he'd have made the count, but it would have been interesting if the ref hadn't waved it off, or if he'd had a 20-second count. He probably would have got. I think he would have made it up. Yeah. So take that. And in terms of the heavyweight division now, when you're a 6'7" man and 230 pounds, and you have that kind of passion and commitment, I'm not sure who can even beat Wilder at this point. If that makes sense. Who? If he goes in there with Usyk, well, it's going to be a case of can Usyk fiddle around enough? But when you got, my point is, when you got a big man like that with that much commitment, throwing his shots like that, heavy shots, it's going to be a hard man to beat. Hard. It's hard to beat a man who don't want to lose. And if you add any skill on top of that, bear in mind he's working with Malik Scott, slowly improving. Now, obviously, time isn't on his side, but hey, heavyweight division isn't. For example, look at Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce looks pretty solid, but he's stiff, isn't he? That'd be a great fight, wouldn't it? Joe Joyce versus Deontay Wilder, big stiff dude versus a dude who likes to swing his right hand for the hills. So yeah. Anyway, let me not digress here. The reason this video exists is because I want to do my bit to let Wilder know you've lost as a champion tonight, but don't ruin it with this fruitiness I'm hearing about. Don't ruin it with the what's coming next. I know what's coming next. I got a bad feeling about this, people. He shut down Fury. He left the ring. I got a bad feeling. Maybe he's gonna, and that's what my hope is. That's why I'm doing this video. I'm hoping he goes away and he just says, Because to be honest with you, I haven't actually got a problem as such. Yes, I would have preferred to have seen a little humble. I mean, again, I'm not saying Wilder needs to kiss and hug and be super, you know what I mean, be super moist, AJ style, but just a little nod of respect, if that makes sense. Yeah, man, shake your hand, and you don't have to kiss and make up, because equally, I do believe in this particular game, you need that kind of viciousness. I think that this kind of hatred for Fury is good, but you can't have respectful hatred. But then again, historically speaking, look at people like Nigel Benn and Eubank. I'm pretty sure they still don't like each other 40 years later. So I guess it's not necessarily a bad thing. Maybe I'm being idealistic. Maybe I'm being too perfectionist. I want something that we want as fans. We want the best of everything, but it's not always possible. Maybe Wilder will always feel this way towards Fury. So, end of the day, as fans, we got what we wanted. We got a cracking fight. I'm just thinking more from Wilder's integrity point of view. I want to be able to fully back this man now. I want to be able to say, yeah, that's a warrior there. And him, I don't want what's happened in the ring at the end to develop into a narrative. Because that's where these narratives start here. Oh, I've left the ring. I'm annoyed. Let me see what I can think up. Don't do that. And I hope people around Wilder don't gas him up like that. Yeah, don't put no ideas in his head. Just encourage him to, you know what I mean? Encourage him to accept he got beat by the better man tonight. Leave it at that. And actually, I have to say, I kind of, from what I've seen, a lot of the LDBC, a lot of Wilder's #1 fangirls, from what I've heard so far, they've given respect. And I hope that they've shown more respect than Wilder has. And hopefully that rubs off on Wilder. And it ends up coming full circle. And hopefully Wilder takes this anger and flips it into the next one. Because think about it. For many years, yeah, Wilder was just going through knocking people out. This was the first time we really saw him in there with Vicious. I do think he was overweight. If he comes in 220, yeah, and has that viciousness where he's able to sustain it for longer, and he comes in even more vicious. Bear in mind, like I said, for a lot of his career, he was going through the motions. Then this was the first time really we saw him with a bee in his bonnet on a mission. So imagine the next time, you just use this as a springboard. Don't let you know what I mean? Don't let it break you as such. Not that it would break him, but I'm saying, don't let little bits like this get in the way. Nod your head, concede it, and then drive forward, is what I'm saying. No doubt.